But not before I bring on my next guest, because this Sunday I'm excited, as I said, to introduce the first Stephen A. Smith Basketball Academy at IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida. Joining me to talk about the week-long camp is the president of IMG Academy himself, Mr. Tim Pernetti. Tim, how are you, buddy? How's everything going?
I'm doing great, Stephen A. How are you?
Man,
Thanks for having me, man.
Thank you. I'm honored to have you on the show. Thank you so much. For those who may not be aware of what the IMG Academy is, the floor is yours. Please explain.
No, I appreciate that, and you know, we're pumped that you're going to be part of the IMG Academy. The Academy is an incredible story. You know, it's been 35 years in the making. It's a 600-acre campus. It is a 24/7 operation. 1,400 kids attending our boarding school. Somewhere between 6,000 and 8,000 kids of all ages come to participate in some type of sports camp at IMG Academy, mostly in the summer. Like, we're in high time right now with camp. And then naturally, we also have a very robust business where 4 to 6 MLS teams come in here and do their preseason. Last year, we had a variety of new teams come in. Austin FC trained here for the first time. We have NFL teams train here, individual pro athletes train here, corporate retreats. Like, it literally is a one-of-one Disney World for sports, you know, honestly. And we're a leader in the sports education space. You know, this thing used to be, Stephen A., just a physical place. But during COVID, we took our mental conditioning coaches and we started to train young people virtually. We acquired a recruiting company called NCSA. Now, IMG Academy is a suite of connected products set up to help young people win their future.
Condense it for us, because I know you said a lot there, and I appreciate the education. But condense it for us in this regard. Specifically, if you can pinpoint some specific things that it offers these kids, tell us what that is.
Sure. Well, you mentioned it earlier. You think about the boarding school environment, you know, especially in a sport like basketball, which I know is close to your heart.
Yeah.
You know, prep school, boarding school, it's a big thing. But people always say, what's different about IMG Academy? And this is what's different. Like, you can go and do academics and do sports and do these things in other places. IMG Academy is a 360 of intentional personal development. Yes, we have a school, a highly competitive school. Yes, we have highly competitive athletics and 15 sports programs. But we have mental conditioning, mindset training, nutrition training, leadership training, media training. We are surrounding young people with all the tools that they need to prepare for what they're going to do in their life, even if it doesn't involve sports. The whole idea is creating resources around young people to give them the best possible chance to succeed at whatever it is that they choose to do.
Give us some ideas of what your most successful stories would be coming out of IMG Academy to crystallize that point.
Oh, there's so many. You know, I think that the number one on the list, people will never start with this because they always say, well, IMG sports. But like I said, it's about way more than sports. The success stories are honestly every year 300-ish student athletes graduating, 100% matriculation to college coming out of IMG Academy, 200 of those 300 last year getting Division I athletic opportunities and scholarships. And naturally, we take it a step further. Jarris Walker, Jet Howard, we had 3 first-round draft picks that were alumni of IMG Academy in the NBA draft, 2 years in a row with a first-round draft pick in the NFL draft. Major League Baseball, we've had 10 players selected in the draft in the last 2 years. So there's the athletic success, but the academic success is really the story that we're trying to continue to tell because it is at the core of what we do.
What about people who've complained, because that's what they've been attacking me about, Tim, the price of the camp? Oh my God, it's almost $3,000. And in fairness, there's a lot of underprivileged kids that wouldn't be able to afford a camp like this. But you've assured me, you've always told me, listen, there's a lot of underprivileged kids that you have that it's paid for. They get to come there for free. Could you explain the price to a lot of people from the standpoint? A lot of people are saying it's a bit too expensive. How do you respond to that?
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, this is our price. It's not your price. Okay, this is what the IMG Academy camp costs. And what everybody should understand is the camp is a week-long camp. And it is not a day camp. It is not a one-day camp. Student athletes and young people come to the camps at IMG Academy to get the benefit of all that elite training. Everything that we do for our boarding school students that are full-time is done for these campers. But we board them here. We feed the campers here. We take them off campus on weekends for excursions. We have 24/7 security and campus safety here. We have staff living in the dorms with the student athletes. There are 1,200 people working at IMG Academy. And this is a place that once we open the gates, you don't turn it off. It's a 365, 24/7 operation. And there is a cost to doing that business. But in exchange, we're providing something, an experience that cannot be met anywhere else. And by the way, the first time, remember when you and I first talked about this? I said, Stephen A., it'd be great if you came. Like, let's talk about what you'll say to kids. Yeah. And what you said to me was, this is an opportunity to talk about life, the road ahead, where the pitfalls are, learnings. Like, you didn't even say basketball in that conversation. So that, I think, is the great benefit of you. They know you because of basketball, but your story is what's inspiring on how you earned everything along the way. That's what these kids are trying to do. They're looking for training and advantage. They want to earn it. They want to get it. And they want to be inspired to do it.
Tim, remember, when y'all called me about it, the first thing I asked you was, why me? I said, why me? Because I never played professionally. I said, I speak to kids all the time because I try to send a message that extends beyond the court or the field of play. But certainly it's not because of play on the court. Why me? And that's exactly what you were talking about. You wanted me to send that kind of message. Why did you feel it was important for these kids to be receiving a message about the importance of how to conduct yourself, what minefields to maneuver your way around, et cetera, et cetera? Speak to that for a second, and why somebody like Stephen A. Smith has been invited to come there.
Stephen A., we tell young people this all the time. Like, you can do it all right, and one bad decision, one wrong post on social media, one moment where you don't think about the big picture. So the mission at IMG Academy is, I'll go back to it, is why you? Intentional personal development. Athletics is a foundational component. Academics is a foundational component. But the human being and development of the human being at a formative stage in their lives is the most critical component, because you know this better than anybody. Like, you played college basketball, I played college football. At some point that ends, right? Like, it ends. Yeah. And you have to live your life and be prepared to live your life and be well-rounded and ready to live your life. So you being here, you know, not only selfishly, I mean, you have a massive name and great influence, but your story is really what we were interested in being part of it, because you can tell a story about your personal development and how it enabled you to find success and fulfillment. That is what we're trying to do at the physical IMG Academy.
How many people have come to speak to these kids that have not been professional athletes throughout the years?
I've been here 3 years, and honestly, none that I can remember in my tenure here in 3 years. Over the years, there have been some. And, you know, we've had the benefit of our prior parent company at Endeavor, a lot of the people that have been successful on the business side. But, you know, you're different in a lot of ways, because this isn't about your athletic prowess. This is about your perspective, and this is about your journey. And I think that's what really will resonate with young people when you have the opportunity to look them in the eye at a time in their life where they're looking for stories, they're looking for guidance, they're looking to be inspired. Like, we're pumped up that you're coming to do this. We really are.
Oh, I'm coming. And I'm looking forward to it. I don't give a damn what these people say, because to me, it's so important for kids to hear these messages, because it's too much stuff that's going on in the real world, particularly in the world of professional sports. And you've got to help these kids maneuver their way through that terrain. And if you're not talking to them, and you're not putting a red light sign, and you're not alerting them to the potential pitfalls, then they're doomed to fail. We're supposed to be doing this. And obviously, IMG is one of the best people in the world to do that. Right now, as an academy, people look at you and it appears as if you stand alone above the crowd. Do you guys view yourself that way? Do you view yourself as one of many? What's the mindset of the IMG Academy at this particular day and age, the year 2023?
The mindset of IMG Academy is we're hungry. Like, we are just hungry all the time. And I think when you establish something like IMG Academy, which, by the way, has been the result of work of so many people over the years that have been part of it. I'm just one of them. It's all the people that are here. It'd be easy to say we're one of one, which we are. There's nothing like IMG Academy anywhere else in the world, which there's not, and to get complacent in that, but not here. This is a place where we're surrounded by people that have come up through the same type of development. They're competitive, they're hungry, and we know we're ahead, and we intend to stay ahead. But the attitude in this place is we're hungry, and everybody here cares about one thing, which is having an impact on young people in a positive way.
That's why I'm looking forward to coming. That is Mr. Tim Pernetti, president of IMG Academy. Honored and privileged to have you on the show, buddy. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you this weekend. I'll be there.
Thanks, Stephen A. We're looking forward to it as well.
Thanks a lot, buddy. Take care. One and only Tim Pernetti, president for IMG Academy, right here on the Stephen A. Smith Show. There you have it. Say what you want. You see, opinions. I'm giving you facts, I'm giving you context, and I'm giving you access to people. Everybody ain't talking to him every day. So you heard it from the horse's mouth. That's the situation right there. Deal with it.